You guys can't fucking hear me? Dude, I have no. I'm getting so frustrated. I have no idea what's going on. My inter. Okay, so it says we're live on YouTube now. Okay, it says we're live on YouTube. My internet was said it wasn't here. Oh my! How could I simultaneously? You can't see me.
No, we can't see you.
How could I simultaneously roll back to show you the woman empowerment sign? My thing got unplugged. The plug that it came out of doesn't exist, and then my internet go out. How does that all happen at the same exact time? What is this, Remy's Round Table? Let me see.
Gotcha. Because
Are we back? Can you hear me?
yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, we got you back.
It's through my
Now I
mic.
can see you.
Yeah, it's through my mic. Okay,
Yes.
Mic, camera, action.
Action.
Holy shit! What was that? What was that? Even the internet hates Caitlin Clark. What? I okay. When we go. Okay. So just for a little context. I roll back in my chair to do the "We Can Do It" women empowerment sign, and my computer was calling my bluff, I guess. My mixer gets unplugged from my computer, which is fine.
Oh, your mixer.
My mixer.
Remy's got a mixer.
Yes. The mixer gets the Wave XLR, which me and Scott both have, gets unplugged from my computer, which is fine. You just plug it right back in, right? No, not right. Because the only USB-C input I have on my computer is being used by my camera. What plug gets pulled out of the computer? A USB-C cable. I don't have a second USB-C cable. I have no idea where this was plugged in.
So where was it plugged into?
I don't know. I had to find a new cable. I had to find a USB-C to traditional USB cable. I have no idea where this was plugged in. I used a flashlight and everything. There's no second USB-C cable.
Chris, I think you need to upgrade your Wi-Fi.
What is going on? A plug gets unplugged from the mixer, and now my internet's cutting in and out. There was an internet issue this morning. It's my computer.
Is someone chat?
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. There's
Yes,
chat. Okay.
This is
we back?
This is the most. It says we're back.
Okay. In typical, it's me. Our highest on the and
Scott, I can't hear anything you're saying.
But I just went on a roller coaster, that's for sure. That was a lot.
Dude, my internet keeps going in and out. Can you hear me?
yes.
My
There we
internet-
go.
No, in the bottom right, I have my Ethernet cable plugged in, right?
Uh-huh.
And then every couple minutes, it goes to a little globe that says I have no internet. I
Well,
have
now you're perfect. Now you're perfect.
Let me just
All right.
Google Xfinity's outage thing just to make sure there's no problems in the air. This is the most frustrating thing.
While you're doing that, we're gonna continue. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I just
3,
hope that it stands up. Go ahead.
2, 1. So yeah, Chris, that does look like the women in power.
Yeah. It's the "We Can Do It" rivet thing from the World War II.
Yeah.
When we were
Yeah.
using women to build ships.
Right. I just don't know. I thought everybody would love Caitlin Clark because, I mean, before Caitlin Clark, I couldn't name one WNBA player. Not
Lisa
a
Leslie.
single
You
one.
could name Lisa Leslie because she was the first
Isn't
person
she
to ever
dead?
dunk in real life. She could be.
Cheryl Miller.
I never heard of her. You just made that up.
Reggie Miller's sister, but I only
She
know
was-
her because she did men's basketball games. But I just don't get it. I don't get why Caitlin Clark is so good for the WNBA. I didn't know Lisa Leslie. I didn't know Cheryl Swoops or Nikesha Sales or anybody like that. I didn't know any. I don't even know the teams. I don't even know the teams in the WNBA. But now we've got Caitlin Clark and instead of embracing the Caitlin Clark effect,
Yeah.
they hate her.
I don't get it. I don't get it. She's the first unattractive woman superstar. Like, everyone knows that they like her for her talent, right, Scott?
100%. She's one of the greatest WNBA players of all time.
Like, men aren't loving her because she's hot. It's because she's great at basketball.
She's not hot.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like we love
I
her
know.
because she's good at basketball.
She is good at
Real,
basketball.
recognized real, if you will.
Right.
Hey, quick. Please. I wish somebody screen grabbed that.
What?
Like, he's like this pissed off, and right now on the screen he's like this. Every motion is very angry.
I don't know what to do. Should I restart the modem? I have no idea. This has never ever I've lived here for almost a year. This has never happened before. I have no idea what to do. Should I just do a reset? Like, should I just restart? Because it's just gonna keep going in and out the whole episode. I have no idea what to do. This is so this is what Scott feels like at the age of 40, whatever, with his penis. It's like, what do I do?
You probably should.
Should I should I just do the hymns route and just reset and get the medication I
Well,
need?
now you're fine.
I know
Now you're
I'm
fine.
fine for about 2 minutes, Scott. And then it goes limp on me. I have no idea what is going on. This has never happened before, ever. This has never happened, ever.
I remember the first time it happened to me, and I had to apologize to Rachel. I'm like, this has never happened before.
In the history of Cody Friends, this has never happened.
It was really embarrassing.
We might as well just name this Remy's Roundtable, episode 735. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. My app's like, hey, your internet's unstable. No shit. I don't know what to do. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Yeah, just call me Scott Maffei. I don't know what else to do. All I did was roll back in my chair and my cord unplugged from my mixer. Why is my Wi-Fi now cutting out? It's not even Wi-Fi. It's directly wired in.
You may have done something to your computer.
What would I have done?
I don't know.
I didn't
I'm
do
not a computer
anything.
guy.
I know that. You don't have to say that. Just say, hi, I'm Scott Maffei, and it's implied.
All right, why don't you go ahead and reset everything?
So for the last 3 minutes, actually, it's actually been pretty strong. Let me just make sure everything's plugged in.
Why you been talking about it?
He's making me nervous every time he wheels
I
his
know,
chair.
every time he moves, I'm getting nervous.
Now, I did buy my Ethernet cable from Five Below. That might be the issue. Oh, see, Sydney says it's been fine for Chris's rant. I thought I was just talking to you three. I had no idea when I was talking to all of YouTube, which is another 3 people. But anyway,
Hey,
I
there's
digress.
8 people there.
I digress. We had 22 people
25
before.
at
We
one
had 25 people before
We
I.
had 25 people.
This is what
before
happens when you
lost
try to
it.
empower women, Scott. You go back, you try to empower women, and they're like, no. We don't do that here. This is Saudi Arabia, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. So Caitlin Clark sucks. She's terrible. People just like her because she's white and hot.
Wow.
Okay.
That not me. Not me. I like her because she's an athlete, Scott. I think we're good now, though. I think I would say all joking aside, but none of this was a joke. This was all dead serious. All
Yeah.
seriousness aside, I think we're fine now. That was the most frustrating thing that I've ever encountered in my life, and I have had some sleepless nights lately. And this was more frustrating than that. All right, so
So
start
it's
from the
probably
intro,
the-
Scott.
This is probably the funniest No New Friends podcast I've ever listened to. Too bad all of it is going to be cut out.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
We're gonna cut it like a
Jewish circumcision.
Yes. Thank you, Scott. You're learning. Wow.
And this is why you have to watch us live
I
on
know.
YouTube, because you never know what's gonna
never
happen.
know.
You get to see all the technical
We
problems.
never
and
know what's going to happen.
We never
No.
We never know.
No.
Sky,
I
how
can't
you
wait
doing?
for us. I can't wait for us to have live callers, and it's not gonna work. It's gonna
No,
cause
it's definitely not going to work. It's definitely not going to
My
work.
internet's very strong today.
I should mention that we are going to try a new feature today.
Come
where
on
it's
in.
calling in. We're going to do a final words at the very end of the episode. So give us your best one-liner. Once a month, we're going to allow a $5 and up paid member, whether it's TikTok or Patreon, join us in Jersey Man, Florida Man for prizes. So more to come on that as the year progresses. I don't know.
Oh,
So Chris,
Yes.
the year.
how's 13?
Okay, so yeah, I assume you're referring to my daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. So my daughter is healthy, happy. I
Good.
think happy. She's healthy. That's all you need to worry about at this age. She's healthy, right? A couple things happened in the last 21 days since she's been born, and I'm sure Scott's not keeping track. But yeah, it's been 21 days. The
I've
most
been keeping track. How many days of my life have been ruined? 21.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is we've talked more in the last 21 days than we have in the past 21 months.
That's because you were trying to make sure I didn't go into a deeper depression.
Yeah, I thought
made you
Scott
feel
was
bad.
going to jump off a bridge, in all honesty,
You- yeah,
because
you were
my
trying
daughter
to-
was born.
You
I was
were
like,
trying
hey,
to stop me from
just-
eating myself into traffic.
I was like, Scott, just to let you know, yeah, my daughter was born. I'm not leaving the podcast. Did we have to delay by a day last week? Sure, but it still happened. Am I pausing after dark? Sure, but you can still do that. You know how to stream. Just kidding. That was just me making it feel good. But
So-
I'm not going anywhere.
in all seriousness, so this is what happened. So, what was it? Friday last week we talked.
I don't.
think?
That wasn't that serious for me, so I have no idea what day of the week it was.
So
I was just happy
so
to hear
we-
your voice that you were still there.
Yeah. Okay, so YouTube got to see it. You didn't hear it on the episode, but we talked a little bit about my mental health. I was not
Thursday,
in
you
the-
dick. It was a day, not two.
What?
It was a day. It was Thursday. It wasn't Friday.
Thursday, whatever. Well, yeah, but on Thursday on the episode,
Oh, and then
You know,
Friday on the phone.
and then we talked on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Thursday on the episode and on YouTube, I kind of talked about how I was just in a rough spot, and
Yeah.
it was like for 2 weeks, and I was expressing a lot of anxiety.
You
and
called me and was
depression.
like, I hate your daughter.
I did,
Yeah.
but stuff that I've never experienced before,
No,
and so
because you only hated your son, not your daughters.
so
Happy birthday
Chris
to me,
and I
by the way.
What?
Exactly.
So Chris and I talked the next day, and we finally like, I talked to him and I say, this is what was happening to me. Like, this is what I was upset about, and none of it's your fault, but the baby being born put me into a spiraling depression. Is legit what happened.
Yeah. Had nothing to do with you
100%.
being 45 years old on TikTok or.
Well, it was it's a
my
lot of
daughter.
it. It's a midlife crisis,
Yeah.
and it's my son doesn't love me, and
Sure.
it's
What? Wait,
it's
what?
The other
my
way around,
outlet. My outlet is this content creating, TikTok,
Yeah,
the podcast,
yeah,
and I just got scared that things were going to change.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. It has nothing to do with a baby. It's just I thought things were going to change.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
yeah.
Chris and I talk, and leave it to a millennial who is like depressed or anxiety every single day.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, this baby won't stop crying. I can't get her to stop crying. I never thought, this would get me down as much. I'm like, bro, can we focus on me for a minute? Like, I never go through this, and now you're turning it on you.
Yeah, so I am going to be completely honest with you. Thought that was a bit. Thought that the whole Scott being upset about my daughter being born and thinking that something was going to happen was a bit. I really thought that was a bit because sometimes we talk in bit. Sometimes we do talk in bit, and
I don't know that we talk in bit in real life, though, do we?
no, that was a bit.
Yes.
That was a bit that I said that we talk in bit, but it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just yeah. It was just for the show. So
cut that.
so I'm on the phone and with Scott, like
Scott,
you
cut
said, and the baby starts crying, and I'm like, it kind of feels like the baby hates me. You know, she's always with, whenever she's with Emily, she's not crying. It's with me, she's crying. She's not even just crying, she's throwing haymakers at me. Like she is, and you're laughing. I can't wait to take a video to show you. She has the best right hook I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather fights. She has such a good right hook. And she's caught me a couple times. And she's lucky that I have such a strong chin because of all the weight gain that I have not stumbled and fallen to the ground with her in my arms because she's a really strong right hook. So she's got the hook and she's crying and she's spitting in my face and I could have sworn she said once or twice, I hate you, Dad. I hate you. And it makes me sad because I hear my daughter
that was
scream.
Abby just telling me.
Yeah, we were on the phone when I thought I heard that, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Scott reassured me. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, you don't have any milk to offer. You don't, you're literally have nothing to offer." I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of true." Just like Mary was at this podcast. So I kind of understand what Scott was saying to me when, someone has nothing to offer you. It's just you start to resent them. And so, but you know what? Scott's voice, much like our podcast listeners, it put her right to sleep.
It soothed her.
It soothed her. I kid you not. This is not a bit. This is not satire.
satire at
She
all.
fell right to sleep. And yeah, Scott's right. Scott was actually upset, and I was like, "Just call me the wolf of podcasting, because I'm not fucking leaving." Yeah, I think Scott thought I was gonna quit the podcast or something because I had a baby.
No,
Listen, that's
I
what
know.
Emily's for, okay? That's what Emily's for. I take care of the baby when Emily needs to do things important like shower. I don't shower, so she takes care of the baby when I podcast.
I never thought you were going to quit the podcast.
I think
It
you
was
did. I
just-
think you did. I think you thought I was gonna take a leave of absence or something. I think you thought I was gonna quit the podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you did.
It was the extra stuff, the impractical battles.
But which I've been doing more so than ever. You stop this, Tyke. You stop that, not me.
Well,
Every
I stopped
time
doing
you,
it because you had a baby.
I was doing nothing. What am I going to do in the hospital room? What am I going to do? Breastfeed? Deliver the baby? No. I'm going to go on TikTok. I sent you pictures in the hospital room of me watching wrestling and the Phillies at the same exact time. I couldn't do anything. Between watching the Phillies, watching wrestling, and having panic attacks, I was free. There was nothing else that I was doing.
So how was 13?
Oh, she's great. Actually, she's great, but I'm not so much.
Oh,
No, because I'm a huge A24 fan. I don't know if you guys know what the production studios A24 is. They put out some horror movies like Hereditary, The Witch.
Is that American Horror Story?
Midsummer. No, don't
No.
insult me like that. That's
FX.
horror. Come on, it's a TV show. They put out some quality movies. I'm holding my baby. I'm holding my baby. I'm shaking. I'm rocking her. Scott says I shake. I rock.
oh, it's scary how
Well, you gotta
violently-
be intense, dude.
You're too intense.
No, I support the neck. As long as you support the neck, you can do anything you want.
That's not.
He's just holding her by the neck.
Support the
just-
neck. You support the neck. You throw her on the gravitron. That's how it works. She goes to sleep.
Mission space. No
You,
big deal.
you support the neck. You throw on Doctor Doom's Free for All. It's fine. She's gonna love those rides.
Free
by
for
the way.
all.
She's gonna love those rides, by the way. She's gonna go
Yeah.
right to sleep on Tower of Terror. So anyway, speaking of terror, so I'm rocking her. I thought she fell asleep, right? I look down, and babies, they're precious, they're beautiful. But what they don't tell you, what they don't prepare for you, is how scary they are. She is scary as shit. If you look down at her face, she looks like she just committed a murder. She looks like she's planning her next skinning. If I woke up, I kid you not, if I woke up in the middle of the night and she was in a fetal position on the ceiling, wouldn't be surprised. That will be the least surprising thing that she did that day. Is that she was hanging upside down on the ceiling, plotting her neck. If she crawled in from the window, just coming back from her previous homicide, I'd be like, yeah, that adds up. The faces she makes, if she hasn't already, she is planning something devious. And I think that God created babies the way he did. He or she, they did, right? I guess God could be
They,
non-binary, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
They, them. Yeah.
I think he created. It's Pride Month. I think they created babies the way they did because they have some evil intentions, man. And the fact that they gave them weak necks is not a surprise, because if my baby had the motor skills to be able to gallivant and roam about, I think she'd be getting some serious messed up shit. The faces that she makes, they don't prepare you for that either. All the baby books I've read, which have not been many, but there's. But I mean, I've looked through the pictures. There's no pictures of that. There's no YouTube video that prepares you for these faces they make, and you know the face.
Were they baby books or books about making babies?
Well, trust me. The ones about making babies, some of the faces look very similar. The baby books that I've read, she could be Jack the Ripper, and I would not be surprised. And Sarah, Scott, not so much Darren. You guys know what I'm talking about. These faces that they make, they have some evil intentions. Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not the only one. The babies have evil intentions.
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay, thank you. Oh gosh, if you said no, I would
Why
have
are
been
we
really
limiting?
worried.
Why are we limiting it to babies?
Yeah, it's not just
honestly.
babies.
Yeah,
Really?
I was gonna say, wait till they
It
become
doesn't stop?
teenagers.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
wow.
24-year-olds.
Oh,
They
wow.
still are devious in planning
What
something.
have I done? What have I done to you? What have I done?
You were born.
Oh,
First you said
wow.
first you said your son hates you. Then you said as 24 I'm devious. What am I doing?
There's things.
Oh, there's
We'll,
things.
we'll talk. We'll talk when you're older.
Who was that
I'm not
hot
even
serial
24 yet.
killer?
The hot serial killer.
Ted
Ted
Bundy.
Bundy.
Ted Bundy, right?
It's Ted Bundy. Yeah.
Women look at Ted Bundy, they're like, how could that guy ever do that? I look at my baby and like, she is so cute. How could she ever be thinking about plotting,
Your
massacre.
assassination. Yeah.
right? And she's like sucking on a binky, she spits it out. The one eyebrow goes up like The Rock, and then she just gazes into my soul, cross-eyed too. Cross-eyed.
She's cross-eyed.
Oh yeah, dude. She doesn't have those eye muscles yet. One eye's going towards like the ceiling, the other eye's going towards like the couch. It's terrifying.
Has she made the face yet when she's pooping?
She doesn't poop.
Like in, huh?
I think I've went over that. She doesn't poop she only poops every 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Well,
it's
wait-
never been like in my arms.
Right. Wait till she has
Is
that
that
face
normal?
when she's like,
I don't know, Darren,
she'll make
but
a
I'm
funny
not
face.
questioning
It's
it.
super funny.
Yeah, no. So I think she poops, and then I check, and it's not there. She just farts. She farts a lot. Big farter. We call it toots because it sounds cuter, but they don't smell cute at all. Horrible, horrible. Almost as terrifying as the face she makes. But Darren, is it alarming that she poops every 4 days? Google doesn't say so. Google says it's perfectly normal for 1 in every 4 million babies to poop every 4 days, and maybe mine's the second. Mine
That's
could be
all the
second.
information you need.
Yeah. No, I asked the doctor. She said just don't let her go 5 days. It's been 4. She's been pushing the limits. She's been definitely pushing the limits. She's definitely made me double up on my Zoloft on day 4. But no, she hasn't gone 5 yet. And when she goes, she goes. Call them mud pies. You get up a fucking factory with the with the pies that she that puts out when she goes. Yeah, so you guys want a mud pie, let me know. I have 17 of them. She's only went 3 times.
Ew.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Never in a million years I think I'd have having like discussions with my family. Like, oh yeah, the poops and stuff. No, never. But nonetheless, she's persisted.
Never in a million years did I think we talked about poop in 2 episodes in a row.
Actually, yeah, I was just gonna say human poop now baby poop. Way less disgusting when it's baby poop.
I was gonna say baby. It's a human as well.
Yeah.
Undetermined.
Yeah, actually, we're not sure yet. She might identify as an alien, which I would totally understand given the faces that she's made.
Don't forget about the dog poop too.
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of that in my shoes. Half of my shoes had to be
Cat
thrown
poop?
away.
Yeah.
What do you do, Scott? Okay. A serious question. Sarah, you have cats. Darren, you have a cat.
Yeah.
And Scott, you have dogs.
And cats.
Yeah, but you have that like $45,000 contraption that like does the poop for you. So, what do you do with the dog poop
What do you mean?
or the pet poop? Because Sarah's cats and
Well,
Darren's cat.
the dogs
No,
poop
no.
outside.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. What do you do with it? Do you pick it up or
No.
Oh, this is just...
what do
I
you
have
do?
a company that comes twice
Oh
a
my
week
God.
and cleans up the dog poop and deodorizes my yard.
Wait. Deodorizes your yard?
Really?
Yes.
You pay extra
yeah,
for deodorization of the outside?
Yes.
Like the
yes.
rain won't take care of that? Like the air?
It's not raining right now. It's hot as balls and like.
Okay, so you don't pay for it in the winter? Or
No,
do
we
you?
do. We
Oh,
do. Just
okay.
How
Just-
often do they come?
Twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
Is what
I
it's
have
like
4 dogs.
poopery on your car on your lawn?
It's like it's a spray. They spray the whole lawn.
That's
If you just pick it up every time the dog goes to the bathroom, you
I-
won't need a deodorizer.
I don't have time for
There's
that.
4 of them.
What is there to
There's 4 of them.
deodorize? They're outside. They're fleecing you.
We live close to our like it you know the
It
yard will smell.
wafts.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to deodorize it.
Or pick it up.
We got that's the selling point they
I don't-
told you,
I
huh?
don't t-
That's literally the brochure they gave you. Is like you do live in close proximity to your neighbors, who are indeed white entitled individuals.
We have a fenced-in yard, so I just let the dogs out. They run and play and do their business and roll around and do a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna chase them around and clean up their poop. And sometimes it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm not going out there.
I okay, this might be disgusting, but it does save me however much you pay twice per week. I just let it be, and I just like I tell myself that I mow it up, but I'm pretty sure that's why the wheels of my lawnmower are so caked up the way they are, because I don't live in a muddy backyard. But I don't have to see that thing but once every 10 days. You know what I mean? That's in my garage. I don't have to deodorize my garage because I'm not a psychopath.
I want to know how much the service costs.
Yeah.
It's
And,
not
and wait,
as much
wait,
as
and
you
Scott,
think.
this isn't a bit. Like you do get your yard deodorized.
No, this is not a bit.
1,000%. It's not a bit.
Deodorized. The outside, you get
Deodorized,
deodorized. You ever, Darren? Let me ask you a question. Sarah, let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. When you're food shopping, when you're at Walmart, Target, wherever, do you ever see deodorizers for the outside? I'm just
I don't
curious.
go to I don't go to Walmart.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for asking you that. Sorry if that was offensive. You ever go to? I'm sorry. You ever go to Target and see deodorizers for the outside?
Sure don't.
Really? Wow. Sarah, do you?
I've never seen them at
No?
Walmart either because I go to Walmart.
Wow. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, neither have I. Neither have I. Scott, explain to us what this deodorization of the outside is.
I don't know. It's in one of those garden pump spray things.
Oh.
Is it
And-
just water? Are they?
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say, do they
spraying
fill it
with
up? It's like, come out of your water hose by any chance.
No, it's environmentally safe.
Water
Um,
usually
it's-
is.
But it's a concentrate, and they add water to it, and then they spray down the yard after they've cleaned up all the poop.
What does it smell like out there?
It
After?
doesn't smell like poop.
No,
Shit.
I mean, I can guarantee you that my backyard doesn't smell like shit either, actually.
Well, because it's not hot up there in New Jersey.
No, oh, I forgot. We live in the Arctic up here. This is all off of. He's literally reading off the brochure they gave him right now. It's in front of him. He's reading off the brochure. You live in a very hot, humid climate where the feces, the defecation of the dogs, radiate to the neighbors.
Yeah, but the difference is they went to Scott's neighborhood, not my neighborhood. That's the difference. Whoever owns that business knew exactly where to end up.
It's a franchise too. They're called Scoop Soldiers. They're all over the U.S.
Yeah, thank you for your service, Scoop Soldiers. Holy shit! I bet you these employees go to like IHOP on Veterans Day. Like you've served every day of my life. Scuba soldiers.
It's got some important duties to deal with.
Wow, they are not the only company that does it too.
Oh man.
Scoop Soldiers didn't come up first, actually. Poop 911 did, which is your pooper scooper company.
Are they in the same branch of the government as the Thought Patrol?
The phone number to call Scoop Soldiers is 877-930-POOP.
Yeah, hey, my back.
You can get a quote, 877-930-POOP. Franchising. I should open up a franchise. We should open up a franchise.
It's
You know what's
actually
funny
not
is
the
when I
worst
wasn't
idea.
working.
Are you gonna clean up? You're gonna clean up poop?
No, I'm gonna
Bill
own a company.
Rachel?
It's so funny when I wasn't working back when I was an unemployed podcaster. I thought about starting a poop cleaning business because I didn't think that it existed. I was like, this is an untapped market. Nobody does this. I can make a killing off of this. Turns out there's a bunch of businesses out there. So anyway. All right, if you want to join us for Jersey Man, Florida Man, this is for our $5 and up paid members. So I think that there are only 2 of them on the YouTube chat right now, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to put an invite link into the chat
Right now?
right now. Huh?
You know how to do that? You're sure you're all right?
I hate you.
I can't believe my internet went out 16 times tonight, by the way.
All right, so there is the link. It's in the YouTube chat. Okay, the first one so you're going to join that. You're going to be in the audience, and then you're going to select phone call or whatever. I don't really know how to do it. Chris knows how to do it. The first one to pop up will be with us for Jersey Man, Florida Man, and you can join us for different parts of the show by watching us live on YouTube. We're moving towards more of a live format where the podcast is just a replay. And yeah,
I'm gonna take a shot every time you say that sentence.
say what?
We're moving towards a live format. The podcast.
Okay,
is
we
just
have
more of a
one in the
replay.
audience. Just waiting for the phone call.
It'd be really funny if it was Ryan playing Florida Man, Jersey Man with us. That'd be silly goofy.
That's disgusting.
Well, why don't you? pick
Yeah,
it up?
Abby, it is disgusting.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Abby.
Good night, Abby.
Night, Abby.
Her horrible dad. You even tell her we said good night.
Everybody says good night.
She's gonna have to watch the replay. You're
She
that
can't watch
thirsty.
the podcast.
You're that thirsty for one more play. You're like, hey Abby, listen to this. There's a cute message for you 45 minutes in.
Ryan says he's not a $5 member, but he's also the writer of this bit, so he
can't-
can't.
And
He can't. Sorry,
I
Ryan,
think
you
it would,
can't
no. I think it would be
participate in
funny.
this.
I think it would be funny if he could participate.
Ryan just loves to rub in the fact that he pays Remy more than us. I'm not a $5 member either, Remy says. Now we're getting technical, guys.
I'm not a $5 member either.
Listen, Orlando Weekly ended 3 months ago, but now we're getting technical with how much we're paying Patreon. Okay.
Well, we've got someone in the audience. Chris? How do you do the phone call?
No pressure.
You and I tested this.
I was
other
the
day.
phone caller. You were
I
the one
know,
that
but when
accepted
you-
it.
I know. I have nothing to accept right now.
I was the one who clicked the link that you sent me. I have no
Right,
idea anything else.
And then
but
what did you
clicking.
do though to?
Oh, I
to
think I pressed
in?
call. I think I pressed call. No, I think I pressed call.
Okay, so whoever's in the audience right now,
You son of a bitch, stop playing with us and press call.
hit call.
They're trolling us. Do you know who it is?
No, it doesn't say
Really?
who it is.
Then maybe it's nobody. It could be my
It
my
says-
possessed child. Yeah, I see. one in the
This is
audience,
working
too.
out great.
Yeah, yeah. We'll cut all this. like a Jewish doctor.
There you go. All right.
It's a really bad joke that we should stop. I can't believe we got 25.
Oh, it's Michael X that says it's
Oh!
not. There we go. Here we go.
Hello there.
Hello, Michael X. Welcome on into the No New Friends podcast. You are live. Are you ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yes.
Also-
Chris, answer your goddamn phone. I've been trying to text you for the past week now.
That's why you came on. I have 174 missed text messages, but I will
Yeah, but I've been
specifically
trying
look.
to-
I will specifically look for
I've
you
been trying to get you because I told you.
because you want to
earlier and I
sell
said
me
I-
my car's extended warranty. I get it. That's
No,
why you're wearing the
no.
polo.
No. I actually had a gift for you. Remember how I said that I was getting you a gift for your baby? when
Is it a
she
brick
was
of
born?
gold? Is it a John Cena shirt?
No, it's not a John Cena
Okay,
shirt, but
well-
I've been trying to get it to you, and it's a limited time thing.
Oh
because-
my gosh! Is it a Bond?
No. Okay. Stop. Okay. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later.
Sounds good.
Are
Fair
you guys
enough.
ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yes.
Yes.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Well, first of all, I have to create a new screen for Jersey Man vs. Florida Man because I have one for 4 cameras. Now we all just look messed up.
That's fine.
It's fine
Every
until you
week you
text
can
me and
see
be
him
like, "Hey,
on,
Chris, when can you fix this?" If you have
Well,
time.
I
let
mean,
me
you
know.
had all week to think about it, but every week, Game Master Ryan brings us 2 news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us, and this week it is up to Michael X to tell us which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom located this week at Darren's birthday party. I've never heard of a 20-something-year-old having a birthday at a McDonald's, but hey, it's your birthday, you do what you want.
Sounds nice.
But man, do you look sad. Is it because Scott's not here because he's off riding Disney's newest attraction? Surely mumbling something racist under his breath the whole time. Darren, he was barely there for your birth. What would make you think he'd be there for your birthday? Well, Darren, maybe if I give you my gift, you'll cheer up. Here's a cameo from your favorite football player, O.J. Simpson. No, I'm sorry, Darren. I know that was last week's bit, but I'm broke. RJ keeps on texting me saying that he needs 35 cents because Scott's not going to let him do a segment anymore. Tell you what, you can have my free candle that I got from Colin Remy's Roundtable. Anyways, Darren, look, Sarah's here, but Lewis doesn't look like he's with her. I guess things are still a little caliente between them after their argument at the parks.
Oh.
Looks like Sarah has a gift for you. It's a Joy of Kosher cookbook. Wow, that's super Jewish. Why don't you just get him a gift card for her circumcision? Well, Chris is here. Of course Chris is here. The party's at a McDonald's, and he's still short enough to fit into play plays. Looks like he took time out of his 4-hour showering schedule to be here. He's showering longer than a 13-year-old boy that just found out how his penis works. How do you shower for that long and still look greasy? Anyways, what'd Chris get you? A combination toothbrush and loofah? That can't be sanitary. Nick isn't here. Apparently he's on vacation again. You know, not showing up and missing episodes sounds awful familiar. Look, Darren, Scott did show up. Wait. That's just Jaws Roberts dressed up as Grimace. I'm sorry. Tell you what, Darren, why don't you blow the candles out on your cake? Never seen anybody put candles out with their tears before. I'll get Darren daddy issues here, a tissue, and a therapist. Let's get into this week's Florida Man and Jersey Man. And for our first story, a priest bites a woman. And for our second story, a woman finds a dick in a box.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. So, Michael X, you can pick one of us to help you. You've got, what was the dick in a box, and what was the other one? What was the other story?
None.
The
The
what?
nun bit. The
nun bit, okay.
Yeah.
So, Michael X, you can collaborate with one of us.
I might have some insight on this, but I don't want to pressure you into picking someone. I might have some insight on this.
You know what, Chris? I am gonna choose you because I've known you the longest. You're my
Okay,
best friend.
okay, because you trust me, Slutsky, and here's what I think. So, Florida, notoriously a religious state, right? So I think I lean to think that could be Florida. Second, the dick in a box thing, Slutsky. I rode down your street and I did see you exit your house wearing a box on your groin area. So I think this could be. I think this could be about you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, that is.
Yeah, me either.
completely-
I don't know what I'm talking about either.
He's like, you saw that, but you didn't stop for the gift.
and
That was the
Slutsky
gift,
and
Sarah.
Slutsky, if I might add, the box that was in your groin area was probably the biggest box I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
Oh.
so so it was either dick in a box or what was the other one? It was
Something
what-
about a
what-
nun.
Nun biting someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Not to be misinterpreted with the nun biting whatever was in the dick in the box.
I feel like the nun probably might be. I'm gonna guess that it probably was the nun. The nun biting might be from Florida.
That's what I'm thinking. The dick in the box could be just Scott wrapped up in a box as well. 'Cause
All
he's a
right. So,
dick.
is this what we're doing? We're doing final answers. None, Florida, Dick in a Box, Jersey.
That's what I'm going with. That's what my heart says anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Michael X. Here, let's find out if you win one of the brand new No New Friends podcast hats.
So our first story is from Florida, where a priest bit a woman's hand during a physical altercation while he was administering communion. The woman was apparently upset because the priest had told her to go to confession before she could receive communion. And then the woman crushed the priest's Christ crackers, and the priest retaliated by biting her on the hand. I think Scott's the only member of the podcast that might have been bit by a priest before, but that was more just like a nibble on the ear kind of thing. That means our second story is from New Jersey, where the daughter of a urologist finds a box containing a 200-year-old penis belonging to none other than the French Emperor Napoleon. Legend has it that a disrespectful doctor supposedly snipped off Napoleon's penis during the 5'5" ruler's autopsy. The member is said to be only about 1.5 inches long. I guess Chris has more in common with Napoleon than just height. And in other news, an Ohio woman has her hands amputated after a dog licks her. The woman woke up from a 10-day coma to find her hands and legs had been amputated after she suffered a rare reaction to the saliva of one of her pets. I guess we found out what happened to Scott's right testicle. Anyways, that's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Congratulations, Michael X. In about 6 months, you will receive that hat. So
yeah.
congratulations. Thank you so much for being a Patreon member, and thank you so much for playing Jersey Man, Florida Man with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Bye. By the way, Sarah, represent our Jewish heritage.
Always.
All right, see you, Mike.
Mike's actually Islamic. I'm kidding. He's
We're
very-
cousins. It's fine.
I'm just kidding. He has a Hanukkah bush in his window. I see it every year.
Jaws, we'll do that again. Don't worry.
That was great. That actually turned out really good. I'm really excited to keep doing that every week. That was really
Yeah,
fun.
that's fun. And if
Yeah.
you want to participate in, no, not every week. We're not doing that every week.
Once a month. Every week, once a month.
Every week, once a month.
Yeah. Every week, monthly.
Yeah, so we're gonna do different call-in features for our live audience. Maybe sometimes if we didn't have as many technical problems throughout the episode, I would have opened up the phone lines throughout the episode. But
Yeah, I kind of liked the camera actually for Jersey Man versus Florida Man. At least I kind of liked the camera.
okay, if you can
Yeah.
redesign the screen, we can do that.
Yeah, so I did switch it to a different screen, but I will redesign the screen for Jersey Man versus Florida Man for the once a week monthly. For that whatever.
And if you want to play Jersey Man, Florida Man with us, all you have to do is become a Clubhouse member or a TikTok subscriber, the $5 or up tiers. Then you get to play with us once a month, weekly. Well,
I don't think anybody wants to play with you.
no.
I got to remember how to hang
Rachel
up.
was offered a dowry. That's the only reason why she plays with you.
Yeah, who do you think made the offer?
All right, hang on. Sorry. Do we have anything else to talk about,
Said
or do
hat.
we want to go right into final words?
What else can we talk about? Anything? Sarah, you have anything this week? Anything happened to you this week? I feel like a lot of stuff happened to you this week. I just like the look on your face, like you've been through some shit this week. You could talk about your day off, actually, from Wednesday. I feel like
My
that
day
would
off
be,
from
yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
just-
that might
I-
be something there.
I will be completely honest. We sat here all day and watched TV.
That sounds like
That's so
I did that on
good.
Saturday. I did that on Saturday with Rachel. We did nothing. We
you want to talk about
five
like you want
movies.
to talk about like mental freedom of doing nothing for a day. I feel like that would be a pretty good segment. We'll see where it goes. You want to do that, Scott?
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. So Sarah, you finally had a day off from your Wednesdays. From your Wednesday imprisonments inside a theme park, which is kind of ironic with Mr. Scott himself. You weren't there today with him and Darren. Where were you? What were you doing? And how glorious was it?
It felt weird, actually. We have a child that is in a summer, like extracurricular program at
Is
school.
school out in
So-
Florida? Is that a thing? Is school out?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it ended last week,
Sorry
and
for
now
that.
we're back in the school line every week
Gotcha,
because
gotcha.
we have one kid doing full school days for this program. So the timing was not going to work out between Abby having to go to summer school and our kid having to be picked up.
Oh, I think it's
So,
summer camp. Abby's in summer camp?
Unfortunately,
No, she's in summer school.
Summer school.
Okay.
We're calling it summer camp so that she
Yeah.
doesn't throw a formal protest and beat me up.
summer camp, yes.
Summer camp. Right.
So we were only going to have like 2 hours, once you actually park and get in and do everything. So, I mean, that's enough time for like a couple tequila shots. But
Sure.
I didn't want to push it and rush. Darren did a tequila shot for me though,
He did.
which thank you
Sure
very
did.
much for that. But I sat on the couch
Always looking
and
out.
it was fantastic. Lewis actually jumped out of bed this morning quicker than I've ever seen him. And he's like getting dressed really fast. I'm like, what are you doing? He said, well, we got to meet Scott. He's half asleep. I'm like, remember we talked about this. We aren't going to have enough time to actually hang out and do anything. And he's like, okay, back
Hold
to
on.
sleep.
So this decision was made yesterday?
No, well,
Oh.
okay. Oh no. Okay, I think he's hearing what's happening. So
Mi amor.
I thought that the decision was made yesterday because we talked about the time frame of it all. And then this morning when he jumped up out of bed, I said, "What's going on? I thought we talked about this." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." So that's kind of where everything was left. I was
So the
not at all
decision was made last
frustrated or
night?
anything. One of us thought so.
Okay.
Look at him.
And that person didn't.
I wasn't gonna say that it was your fault. I was gonna be really nice and say that it was like both of us making that decision together. Well, we
Yeah, I
had
did not
discussed
receive
it.
Spoiler alert, I did not receive a text message until 7:10 this morning.
Yeah, it was a very nice professional message, though, Mr.
It
Scott.
was a
We won't
very
be
nice
able
professional.
to show up for our shift.
I hope this
at-
message
at
finds you well.
Disney.
Now that is
To
during
whom it
work
may
hours, though,
concern.
right? 7's work hours.
I mean, I guess it was 2 hours before the shift started, so it's okay.
Oh wow.
Like
Oh, yeah, you were in the
only-
middle window.
Almost three, because
is
you
pretty
said 10
generous, Sarah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
that is generous.
You only lost
I
a
mean,
point.
I
you
will
lost
be
a point.
honest that this morning I was a little frustrated because he thought we were still going and I thought we weren't going to have enough time. And I said, I am not this person. Okay. I don't do last minute call outs. All right. So for future reference, if you would like to decide to not do something at any point in time, I need 24 hours notice to give the other person 24 hours notice. So we had a marital discussion this morning over this Disney trip.
Is that what you call
but
them in your
That's yeah. I won't call it an argument or a tiff or anything like that. It was just a discussion
This is
with
2 weeks in a row.
adults.
I
You
call those
know,
domestic disturbances.
Very nice.
We've been together for like 25 years.
It's 2 weeks
Well,
in a
it's
row.
feeling like it. I know. I know.
It's all blurry after like 5
Are you
years.
guys seeking counseling? Because I'm really
just-
worried about the two of you at this point.
That's what this is.
No, we listen. Don't you worry about our arguments. It always ends up just fine.
So you do have
Okay?
arguments.
You know.
You do.
Ah, I
No.
get
Maybe
it.
it's foreplay. What do you want from me, Chris? Like,
Not much more. We're gonna have to be X-rated. honestly.
You're really spilling my secrets right
We will have
now.
to
I'm
delist this
trying
episode.
to start fights to get, to get him a little heated, and then things are just fantastic.
Interesting. I try that and I just end up on the couch.
Right. She's like, I want it rough tonight, so I'm going to start a little fight.
I want it
Show me
rough
that
tonight, so I
domestic
literally
disturbance.
I cause a problem so I can sleep on the floor, and then I just have a rough night's sleep. That's what my rough is these days.
No, he has a time frame though, okay? Because if he passes that time frame, I won't wake up for work the next morning. So you got to stick to a schedule.
Is that a
I know to start
suffocation
my
kink? I'm
fights-
not sure.
No, like you got.
Waking up, I'm
No,
a little worried
because
for you.
because if things do get rough, all right, you don't want to you're so tired. You worked out. It's like going to the gym. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of one of those faces
You
my
said-
baby gives me, like, "You're not waking up for work tomorrow, father." But it's because she's trying to smother me. So I'm on a totally different
wait.
wavelength than you, like, with a 3-week-old.
Yeah. Well, you said rough night, so I was going the opposite direction.
Yeah, I'm at the stage in my life where rough nights are totally different than your rough nights, and I envy you.
Sorry about that. It'll all go back to normal.
About
It'll be
20
fine.
years, yeah. I'm gonna have to ask Scott for his medication, but
Yeah, very soon.
yeah.
All right, that was really funny. Hang on one second. Okay,
Wow, that
I
was
wanna-
very reassuring. That was very funny.
That was a very funny segment.
You know what was really funny when I got you to ask if they sell lightsaber dildos?
Oh my god.
That was good. I was like, he's never gonna fall for this. but I was taking one of my
You should-
showers, and I was like, let me try it. I could go for a laugh.
You should have seen my face. You should.
I
You
could
said
hear
it.
you. I could hear your face. You're like, oh. I had to skim through the live to find that clip.
Yeah. All right. Load them on up for final words. The link is in the YouTube. Just come into the audience and
Clean
hit
up
that
and
call
then
button.
tell us what you want
Yeah,
to say.
enjoying the call.
Yeah.
Wait-
Come into the
Wait a
audience as long
second.
as it's consensual. I'm sorry, Scott. I had to cut you off because that was pretty disrespectful what you said.
My bad.
That's okay.
Yeah, so come into the audience if you're disrespectful. All right,
Oh.
we got someone in the audience. I don't know what to say anymore.
If you have consent. We don't want disrespect. We want consent, Bill Cosby. You actually kind of look like Bill Cosby. He was white
Yep.
and not famous. And had a TikTok. Go ahead.
Depressed.
Yeah. Do you know how to work this thing?
I'm waiting for the for the call.
It's talking about your penis.
All right. So when you come in on the call, come in with your
Whoa. Can you use a different phrase?
come in with your camera off.
Yeah.
Consensual.
Actually,
with
if you're
respect.
coming in, I prefer the camera on.
But if you're
I
going to
want
join the call,
proof.
please make sure your phone here.
I want proof. Because YouTube might pay us a little bit more for that. So
That's true.
find
That
out.
is true.
Wow.
Well, you know what? While we're waiting for, okay, here we go. Oh God. All right.
Mystery caller.
No, it's not mystery caller.
Baffa D's nuts.
Baffa D's nuts. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Welcome, Baffa.
Don't say anything
Jimmy
yet.
Jimmy Baffa, welcome in. Can you hide this shit or?
Why am I not getting any uploads here? This is working so well.
No, it is because we'll just cut all this, like a Jewish doctor.
Yeah, I'm not getting an upload right now. Hold on.
I see a little red dot.
I've got a little red dot.
That's what she
Yeah.
said at an Indian
Okay,
wedding.
there we go.
Go ahead.
All right, both of these nuts. You're on final words.
So my friend's been losing his hair and he is really insecure about it. So I suggested he should get a transplant. He didn't go for it though. He thought he looked stupid with a kidney on his head.
Oh, I got it. Good. Organ transplant. Took a second. It took a
All right,
second.
who's next for final words?
It took a second because it was very relatable to the episode, so it took me a second to. After that hit, it was pretty good. Is someone else in the audience?
It took me a second. Yeah, we got one more in
All
the
right,
audience.
cool. That was good. A kidney on his head. It's like, what does a kidney have to do with a hair transplant? Oh, went to one of
Ryan,
those
it's not
doctors.
as easy as just linking another phone to our computer. It's not that simple.
No. If you want to donate $450 for a machine to be able to do that for us,
If you saw, all Chris did was roll backwards, and it shut down the show.
that
for
was
30
that
minutes.
literally was all I did. All I was trying to do was empower women, and it shut down the show. It's because it's Pride Month, and I tried to
Yeah, the wrong group.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fo-
we'll save
focus on
women
the-
for Sarah. Help me out. When's Women Empowerment Month?
Let me Google it really quick.
That's like it's like March.
Every month.
Every month. That's why I didn't know, because I don't even celebrate the month. I celebrate the year. You ever see that video of LeBron James with the two women on each side? He goes, and you can see where he's lipping. He goes, first of all, Happy International Women's Day. Have you ever seen that? It's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever. I'll send it to you guys. Later.
Oh,
You can clearly see him saying that. Of course, they
All right,
gush
few-
all over him because he's worth 400 million, 50 billion, 300 trillion dollars.
yeah, I'd get you all over him too. And then I would have a crush on him.
Future Scott put outro here. No, hold on. Future Scott put Cliff Notes in front of final words and start outro right here.
Is the next
Or are we
person
not
not
gonna have a
here?
second call it? Or we're not gonna have another call it?
We're moving on. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Who was it?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I definitely have a few.
It's been quite the show, a lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Hey, so I don't have a lot, but
Chris,
I
did you-
do have a few, which is what Scott says to his wife every single time he tries to have sex. I would say every night. You don't have a lot, but you have a few inches. So anyway, in the beginning of the episode, Scott talked about how we were nominated for 4 categories in Orlando Weekly this year. 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. That's a lot of categories, wouldn't you say, Scott?
It is.
I'd say it was a lot.
It's a lot.
It's pretty damn good in my books. Now, 1 more would be on par with Monsters in the Morning. They outdid us by 1.
Mm-hmm.
They outdid us by 1. Now listen, 15 more, we'd be on par with his wife, who got 19. Now, for those of you who don't know, Scott's wife, the businesses she manages were responsible for 19 nominations in Orlando Weekly. So Scott has not advertised to vote for them. It's not International Women's Month, so I mean. Next, Sarah said that women are backstabbers. She prefers to be friends with men. Now, I don't know how true that is, Sarah, because Nick is quite the backstabber, if you know what I mean. You won't, but I do. Scott talked about how he used Scoop Soldier to make up his dog poop. That's a horrible, horrible name, but it is way better than the first name they came up with, which was Paul of Duty. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Oh, that was good.
Ryan talked about how a nun bit someone in Florida. Now, I would have guessed it was either between Florida and actually Ohio during Halloween time. But Nick doesn't bite, so that ruled it out for me. It's all gums. Don't know how he does it. And lastly, Sarah finally got the week off from Scott. Congratulations, Sarah. You're the first woman who has gotten off by Scott in ages. And those are my cliff notes.
Thank you so much, Chris.
My favorite.
The show, a lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
My favorite thing is when I like roast you on the last joke, and you have to say thank you, Chris, at the very end. That's the best part. Not a lot this week because of Scott had some internet issues, but
Yeah.
it's quantity, not quality. Wait, quality, not quantity. That's what that's my slogan.
What do you got coming up? Oh, wait. Alex is not here. Yeah. Okay. Darren, where can our listeners find you?
In a depressive state of mind.
I've actually been there a few times.
His room
True.
Teach their own.
Yeah.
Artist in the eye of the whole. I can't think of anything else to say.
But you could also find me on Instagram at Darren_Maffei, and then I'll have a tree of links to all of my other socials.
Sarah?
You can find me on the TikTok at SuperSarah94 and on the Instagram at Old Soul Thrift.
You can connect with Nick, Sandpiper Vacations, on all social media, sandpipervacations.com. Chris?
You can find me up at 5 a.m. in the morning now these days with my crying daughter, Scott has found. And you can also find me on Chris Yob at Chris Yob on Instagram, which you can see a picture of the side of my daughter's face and a lot of cute Instagram stories. You can also find me on the TikTok at Chris Yob, NNF. N is in no, N is in new, F is in friends.
Don't forget to check out Dane's Big Beautiful Diz Beyond the Glass, a documentary of the animation studios at Hollywood Studios, the old animation studios at MGM/Hollywood Studios. It's an amazing documentary. So proud of him. I actually tried to sneak back behind there today to
You
get
did.
shots
I
of the
watched.
building.
You
Yes.
did. Yeah, you tried to get some
Yep.
back shots. And wait.
And then I also tried to get the backside of the animation studios.
Yeah, to see City Dane's big, beautiful. Never mind, Scott. Keep going.
Don't forget to vote for us. Vote daily at vote.orlandoweekly.com under the category Local Notables, Best Local Podcast, Best Local TikTok, Best Local Big Shot that's not an elected official, and Best Radio Voice. If you want to do that, that's fine too.
I will encourage you to vote for Best Local Radio Voice for Scott Maffei. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you so much, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Make sure you vote daily. You can connect with us. All of our social media links are on our website, NoNewFriendsPodcast.com. While you're there, check out our sweet merch. Join our clubhouse for as low as $2 a month. You can have exclusive access to a bunch of stuff. That's our Patreon. And also check us out on TikTok, where we go live every single Wednesday from the Florida Theme Parks in the morning. Hang out with us there. It's a hoot. It's a holler. We're going to be doing some YouTube lives at the parks. And don't forget, you can always catch us live Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can call in and be a part of the action. Make us laugh in the comments, etc., etc. On behalf of Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Nick, Darren, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Adios, bitches. See how I was inclusive with that one?
During Pride Month?
Yeah, I don't want to be offensive.
I can't believe you haven't had Nick on this entire Pride Month.
I know, that's pretty, like, Scott playing this out.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
Scott
homophobic.
Scott playing this out.
It's not having Nick. Nick is a co-host. It's not having him on for a special thing that he's not here.
Sure. You're like, Nick,
Yeah,
I
you've
think
just
I
planned the
really
episodes.
think you should go to Vegas. I know you're on the fence about it, but I really think you should go to Vegas. Nick, do a surprise visit for Piper. Come on. Do a surprise. You know, you don't need to do it. Listen, I won't be mad. I won't fire you.
Happy June.
I won't fire you. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Tonight was
Yes.
really, really strange. It was a really wonky feeling episode, but I think it will turn out just fine. Just like Darren. He was wonky at first, but he turned out just fine.
Yeah. Don't forget to dislike this video, by the way.
Yes, please
Stop.
don't forget
Oh
to
my
hit the thumbs
God.
down.
I'm not
forgot
amused
to
by that
plug that.
anymore. I'm not amused.
Yeah, Sophisticated Gentleman hates on Diz or whatever it's called now, into the Disneyverse. But on Previously as the artist formerly known as Diz when we would say we strive for 4 stars. It's very humble of us to strive for 4 instead of 5. 5 is
No,
over aggressive. We should, what we should have talked about tonight, Scott.
What's that?
And we'll talk about it right now. Is when you and I were on the phone at Target, and someone tried to sell me something while we were on the phone.
Yes.
I audibly started laughing. I was like, I cannot believe that, and I don't think I stopped talking about that the whole conversation. I just could not believe that the guy tried to sell. And guess what he was trying to sell me? A fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
He's like he makes eye contact with me. You find everything you need. He gives a shit that I'm finding everything I need. I have a fucking shopping cart full of diapers. Yes, I found everything I've needed, sir. Could I interest you in a? No, you can't. You can't. And I talked about it for the next half hour. So he did win. The terrorists always win. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for calling in. Remember, $5 or higher gets to do all that chaos that we ensued tonight.
No,
whether
anybody can do final words.
Oh, okay. So anybody can do final words.
Anybody can do final
If
words.
you're just watching the stream, you can do final words. I
Yep,
give you permission.
You don't have to be a Patreon member
Yeah.
or a paid member to do final words.
But I did love the Florida Man, Jersey Man call in.
Yeah.
And
that was
how
good.
did you wait? How did you do that? Was it first come, first serve?
It was only come, only serve. It was only come, first serve.
How often do you do that? How often we doing that?
Every day.
We limited that to Wednesdays. So we might have to do a wheel in the future or something. But for now, if you come, we will serve you.
No, it's not a wheel. It's the first call. The first call. Or maybe we do a wheel. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
you-
we're gonna
you
get
do
to the
the
point
fifth
where a
caller?
lot of people are gonna be coming. And how do we keep track of all the
Well,
callers?
I think we're
Hey,
gonna.
I always come, so
Yeah, see, because Darren will be the person on here every single week.
Yeah, and they're bringing up good points, and then you have to download Riverside if they're using their phone or whatnot.
They bring up good points. Jaws brings up a very good point.
Ryan brought it up too. Ryan brought it up in chat.
Yeah,
too.
but he's not really. He's a part of the show.
We
He can't
know
read
how
this
he
stuff.
feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have to go the route of what Remy was saying, and then if that's the case, then Darren, you're our full-time producer all the time off air.
Yeah. Now I know why he rekindled the relationship, Darren. You just
Yes.
You're, yeah. You're good. You're good.
I'm
You're-
just a workhorse.
Yeah, you're a workhorse.
You know it.
Listen, if any of the 25 people who were watching earlier are watching this now, fuck you for leaving, first of all. But thank you for watching. We'll be here right at the same time next week, give or take an hour. Love you guys. I'm going to stall until I find the outro screen.
And we're
Found
gonna
it.
be Darren and I are gonna be live somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah,
for
check us
Darren's
out
birthday.
on right here on YouTube, right?
I think we're gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I
we're gonna
think
do
you should
YouTube.
find us right here on YouTube. So keep a just turn on that bell or something. I think that's what a lot like Mr. Beast says that. Turn on the
Yeah.
hit the bell.
Turn on the notification bell.
Yeah, hit the bell.
Darren, you
I
kind of look
say
like
that
Mr.
too.
Beast a little bit. Just poorer,
think I
just
look
a
like-
lot poorer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot poor.
Yeah, like collectively,
Yeah.
we all look generational debt like poorer than Mr. Beast. I'm depressed now. Good night, guys. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. Just kidding. I'm going to listen to my daughter cry herself to sleep. Just kidding. As long as there's some milk in her mouth, she's good. Same thing with me. Good night, guys. Love you.